Hello and welcome to the Day 1 wrap of Pro Tour-San Juan. I've been reading the books, apparently Day 1 is in them. So here we are with two players with a 100% record. Let's take a look. Do you recognize them? Do you? Take a moment. On the left, it's Dominik Konieczny of Poland. I think I got that right. Do not know a lot about him. On the right, Guillaume Matignon, level 4 player from France, been around the Pro Tour for a while, played about a dozen or so Pro Tours. Both of those players are undefeated on 8-0. However, that is only half the story because we're only halfway. 11 more players are just behind them on 7-1. BDM, here's the list of 7-1 or better. Tell us about some of the players here.
Well, Travis Wu is someone we just did a deck tech with. He had a really interesting approach to block constructed. This is the guy who might be a little bit of a rising star in the rogue deck building field. He built the Living End deck that did very well in a number of extended PTQs. He made top 8 of Grand Prix Oakland with it. And he's playing a deck, I mean, this is a guy who's playing rolling terrain this weekend.
Yep. Bit of land destruction.
To kill using it to kill both Celestial Colonnades and a Jace, because it deals damage to them when you destroy the land. Really interesting deck builder, doing very well. He's got one loss. Josh Utter-Layton, this is a Raptor on Magic Online. Works with LSV, one of the Channel Fireball guys. Got out to a great start this tournament.
Yeah, and he's one of the Channel Fireball guys that the Channel Fireball guys are always surprised when he isn't the one winning.
Right, and so Geo Jund, which is a deck that recently became a big deal in Standard. That's Jund with Plated Geopedes. That's the kind of deck that he's contributing to the Standard metagame on a regular basis. Okay,
now this guy down here, a lot of you will know, the current hottest man in Magic. He won Grand Prix Washington last weekend, but he did not start well here. 0-1 became 7-1. That's bad news for a lot of the field. 0-1, you're thinking, that'd be good, another couple of losses, we could be rid of the Nelson, but no.
It's so funny. I love Magic players. So one round into the tournament, Brad lost. He picked up a deck from another person who's 7-1. He picked up this V. Moshowitz deck for this event. And after one round, he's just, I don't know if this was the right deck. 7 rounds later, he's drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yep. One other player just to mention here is Su Ching Kuo. He is the #1 player from Taiwan. No Pro Tour top 8 yet, but the #1 lifetime pro points leader from that country. So there's your 7-1 leaderboard. Some of the top 8 will come from there. You can be certain that not all the top 8 will come from there because we do it all again tomorrow. Now, as you know, we had 3 rounds of draft, but that followed 5 rounds of block constructed. So it's time to reveal the top 5 decks in block. So at 5 we have Koros? What on earth is Koros?
Koros is basically a white-red, white weenie deck, uses an equipment package, has Stoneforge Mystic, it has Core Duelist, it'll have Adventuring Gear, Basilisk Collar. Deck was popularized in Standard by Jerry Thompson, sort of made the transition back and forth from block constructed over the time. It was about 7% of the field for this tournament.
All right, at 4 we have Green Eldrazi. I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
Well, I mean, it could be a little confusing. This is not Eldrazi Green. Green Eldrazi. Eldrazi Green is a different deck. Maybe not even call that anymore for sake of confusion. Green Eldrazi is just basically a green deck that ramps up to play Ulamogs and Kozileks.
The 10 and 11 we put in the preview last time. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, at 3 we have Monument Green.
Formerly known as Eldrazi Green.
Okay. So this is all about Eldrazi Monument.
Sure. This was about 8% of the field. This was actually a little bigger than that. This was about 10% of the field, almost 11% of the field. This is a deck that is, putting out creatures, Kozileks Predators, Nest Invaders, plant tokens, and then winning with Eldrazi Monument, or in the case of some of the decks, additionally using Beastmaster's Ascension, which is a nice innovation that we've seen for this event.
That's an interesting
and it's done very well.
All right,
that archetype.
The #2 deck in block. There it is, Devastating Red. We talked about this in the preview.
It was the #2 deck on the Magic Online metagame. It's the #2 deck here. Talking about 15%. It's called Devastating Red. Some of the decks have been modified to no longer have Devastating Summons, but the bulk of the decks in this category do have Devastating Summons. Goblin Bushwhacker, Goblin Guide, Plated Geopede, all the burn you could sort of fit in the Tinderbox.
Stagger Shock.
Stagger Shock, etc.
All right, so the number 1 deck in block constructed, this will not come as a big surprise, is blue-white control. Quarter of the field turned up with their Jaces and their Gideons and their Days of Judgment to take on the field.
Sure, and there's a couple of variations and flavors of it. It's actually a little bigger than 25% if you include the blue-white-green deck lists that have modified their build so that they can play with Oracle of Moldiah and Avenger of Zendikar.
The big finisher.
Right.
All right, and we're going to have a deck tech tomorrow, I can tell you, with somebody, no names mentioned, Hall of Fame, who we will be seeing in action tomorrow with that deck. So that's the big 5, but as far as the undefeated decks go, you get a slightly different picture. So BDM, take us through those numbers.
It's actually not that different. So when you look at the 12 decks that went 5-0 thus far in block constructed, you have 4 Monument Green decks. That's the number 1 deck in the Undefeateds. You have 2 blue-white control decks, 2 blue-white green decks. So really it's 4 Monument decks, and then 4 decks that have that sort of backbone of Jason Gideon. 1 Summoning Trap deck, 1 Devastating Red deck, 1 Koros deck, and then 1 blue-green red deck, which is sort of like a good stuff deck with Comet Storm that we talked about a little bit in the preview, very similar to the Brad Nelson deck from the box.
So that is the state of play at the end of day 1. We do it all again tomorrow. 3 rounds of draft, 5 rounds of block constructed. Then BDM and I will be in the booth live for the webcast on Sunday. Make a date wherever you are in the world, whether it's day or night. Get the tea in, get the hot water bottle ready, wherever you are.
Rich is buying pizza.
I am actually buying pizza. It's true. But until we meet again, Dominik Konieczny. You have a go? Dominik
Konieczny.
That was good. You're right. You can say it on Sunday if he gets there. Guillaume, Matignon, Dominik Konieczny lead Pro Tour-San Juan at the end of day 1. Join us for all the fun of day 2. For Brian David-Marshall, I'm Rich Hagon saying bye.